Coby White emerging as Bulls trade candidate to watch. The Chicago Bulls made some bold decisions ahead of the 2021 NBA trade deadline and in the subsequent offseason, going all in. They spent a ton of draft capital and money to create a core of DeMar DeRozan, Nikola Vucevic, Lonzo Ball, and Alex Caruso around Zach LaVine and recent first-round draft picks Coby White and Patrick Williams. When healthy, that group looked like they could make some noise in the Eastern Conference. They were near the top until Ball's knee injury, which has sent them spiraling since. The Bulls never recovered without their starting point guard last season, and things haven't gotten any better during the 2022-23 season. Chicago is currently 9-13, but their outlook isn't very bright. LaVine cannot shake his knee ailments, and Ball isn't going to be returning anytime soon as they try and pinpoint exactly what is wrong with his knee. Williams hasn't developed as they had hoped, which is arguably the biggest disappointment, as the Bulls wouldn't include him in any trade talks. Right now, this is a franchise stuck in a bad spot. They aren't good enough to truly contend, but nowhere near bad enough to have a legitimate shot at a top pick in the draft with the veterans on the roster. This is a team to keep an eye on in the coming weeks, as they will have to decide whether to make another last-ditch effort to improve the team or start the teardown process. It is a harsh reality facing the Bulls, but this is what happens when you go all in, and it so clearly isn't going to produce the results you were hoping for. One player that has gotten lost in the shuffle this season is White. The North Carolina guard was the number 7 overall pick in the 2019 NBA draft. After not working out a rookie extension with the team, he is heading toward restricted free agency and is eligible for a $9.9 million qualifying offer, according to Michael Scotto of Hoops Hype. Regardless of which direction ownership opts to take, White is someone that is a clear trade candidate. He has seen his opportunities and production drop once again, and a change of scenery could do the scoring combo guard some good. Coby White has proven a capable playmaker with some good scoring ability. He made strides with his three-point shot last season, but has regressed across the board this season, as he no longer looks to be a part of the team's long-term plans. Wild proposed blockbuster trade moves Atlanta Hawks' $215 million star. The NBA can be a wild place all season, but particularly before the trade deadline. Pundits are still holding fast to preseason prognostications, while front offices have already been evaluating whether or not they need to make that next move to bolster their respective rosters. There is more smoke and mirrors than a magic show, especially closer to the deadline. We have seen Atlanta Hawks forward John Collins mired in trade rumors for a couple of years. But we have never seen Trae Young's name mentioned in the same light. That's because Young, who led the NBA in total points and total assists last season while earning his second All-NBA nod, had seemingly proven himself. But what if he has proven himself to be a net negative, something that may have been highlighted by the addition of a new teammate? Trae Young would go to Brooklyn for Kevin Durant, an impossible trade scenario. Because you got DeJounte Murray now, said Morton Jensen on the NBA podcast. If you could sort of finagle a trade package that was centered around Trae for KD, that would be interesting. The Hawks, of course, they are fully committed into the win now process. Jensen went on to explain the obvious perils of giving up on a 24-year-old phenom such as Young for the more battle-tested, 34-year-old Kevin Durant. Not the least of which is the drama that has highlighted his every stop. It punctuated his exit from the Golden State Warriors, with whom he won back-to-back championships, and this past offseason when rattled faith in the direction of the organization prompted a trade request.